SquotaPodcast, episode 18. And as usual, I go by the name of Stefano. We have man like Chiro, Misho. Yeah, and today we have a guest. Would you just introduce yourself?
Yeah, it's AK RUTTO, big City fan. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. But you know the first episode this season, isn't it?
Yeah, a new season.
How are you feeling?
How? Excited, happy, of course. I mean, we are unbeaten and like.
I feel like the season has got to an early, very very exciting start, and we're in for a treat for the next couple of games. But as you know, we all know who's going to carry it at the end of the day. Let me go there.
Yeah, I think this is a very different season from how it's been back in the day. A lot of legends have retired from the game. I think this is the big season where most youngsters like Luciano, Vats, Foden, Saka really take up that big role in their respective clubs. And also with the new Champions League format, it's gonna be an interesting season.
Same. But you know, as a Man United fan, it's bare minimum expectations, man. I just want to be happy. It's going to be happy. But at least I know we'll win a trophy. That's for sure.
We should say they won.
Europa League.
Huh?
We talk about me. Europa
League.
Yeah. We get Champions League.
That day favor.
I can't
Yeah.
really back to back. Yeah, so by the Premier League 2024-2025 season kicked off a while back, but I think we want to go back to Game Week 3 review, where we had quite interesting matches such as Liverpool United. I think that was the highlight of the weekend, and I would like to ask to dissect the game. So what are your thoughts again on Liverpool against United?
Wow.
Just United.
Wow.
Man, I mean, to be honest, I wasn't surprised. Liverpool, especially like Liverpool, Salah, or to Trafford, I mean, it's a story as old as time, Bana. There's only one thing that was going to happen, and that was when United getting spunked, and that's what happened. But I also have to give credit to Arne Slot. He's come to the club. He's just fitting like a glove, and I have to give him props. Especially for even despite the tactical changes, kiasi, we see right now Liverpool are holding more of the ball. They're being less direct, but they're still playing very good football. And so shout out to Liverpool. I feel by the way, apart from I don't even Arsenal and Liverpool are the title challengers for now.
I mean, for me, I feel Arsenal are more closer to City than Liverpool are to City.
Do you feel like that because Klopp left and now we have a new manager?
Yeah. I think it will come at a point. You just see it will be separate.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I feel it's Liverpool
Because Liverpool is a really strong squad.
Liverpool. I mean,
like which area of the pitch where can you say like?
I think the midfield it Africa time. What happened last season? It was the exact same thing.
But do you think Arsenal could also suffer from that? I mean, from their first
Arsenal,
the midfield hasn't really had any. Arteta hasn't. How do I put it? They're playing well, yes, but Arteta's what's the best word to use? They're disciplined. Nearly each game they're always getting yellow cards. Each game.
Every team gets a yellow card.
Now every game, if your CDM is always getting a yellow card, it's gonna reach a point that
most of the CDMs
they get all the time. But look at the game against Brighton. Before they got the red card,
I do agree.
they already had like five yellow cards in the first half.
All them.
The discipline. If these guys get taunted, sound like Ben White. Of course, if he gets taunted, he'll beat you. So that's a yellow card. Partey is always aggressive in his game.
Okay, but still, it doesn't change the fact that Arsenal are still closer to City than Liverpool are to City.
In your opinion?
I still feel like Arsenal are still closer because I feel like with the story about new managers, a lot of the times there's a purple patch of form when the manager starts. You look at Tottenham last season. They were flying first few months with Ange. When Sean Dyche went back to Everton, flying with Everton for the first few games. So I think it will be a purple patch where all players are performing, everyone's playing good, everyone's feeling fresh with a new manager. But like now when the tough gets tough where the Champions League games are coming in, the Carabao Cup games. I also saw there was a few weeks ago they released a schedule for the Carabao. City are playing Arsenal on Sunday. They have to go to the Etihad on Tuesday to play Watford. So I feel like a lot of times
the tight schedule.
Yeah, the tight schedule, big games,
and they never need reinforcements in their team.
Yeah, also you guys, you don't have a pure 6 in your team. You guys are.
I don't think we were okay. We had Fabinho, but he left long time.
Yeah, so you have also that's another problem you guys need. Now imagine someone like Gravenberch or McAllister gets injured. It's gonna be a really big problem. I feel like for teams like Arsenal, they have Jorginho, they have Rice, they have Partey, City.
And
Arsenal
City and Gundo. Kovacic can play 6 as you can see. Rodri's coming back after a few weeks. Yeah, so it's gonna be very tough for Liverpool.
Kovacic is class. I'm sorry, I just have to say that. Kovacic is
Very,
class.
very class.
I don't think City doesn't say anyone just. You have to be class with
Nah,
it was
like you could see how Kovacic was playing at Chelsea, but after I watched, was it the Chelsea Man City game?
Yeah.
Kovacic actually just ran the midfield purely by himself. I'm sorry to even say De Bruyne was in the game, but yeah.
We have digressed to say Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool, Man U.
Oh yeah.
I thought so, Liverpool.
Was that game? I feel like if I was to put, like, let us say, if I was to put you in a coma before Ten Hag was appointed, and I woke you up before this game and you watched it, and I told you, who do you think between the two managers, who do you think has been there for 3 years?
As it
With them, before Ten Hag was appointed, you were in a coma for 3 years. Then I woke you up before this game and I told you, who do you think has been in that club for 3 years?
Of course, I would have said Slot.
Definitely, that's why I promoted Ten Hag. I feel like Ten Hag should go out after a few games.
That guy is clueless, man. He's clueless because the same problems that were happening last season, he hasn't corrected them.
I don't feel. Based on that game, my POV is different from you guys. First, I think statistically, Liverpool had 3 shots on target, same as United. But the difference were who are more clinical. Onana had 0 saves, 0 saves in that game.
That's what I'm saying now. That's
but also I feel it's part of the player. If maybe say like they had I think the Salah goal, me in your I saw
Okay.
save. Because his positioning, Salah was quite important.
If you look at the positioning, Onana was literally on the other side. Because even I don't know if I mean, it's just the camera, but there was no. First of all, he's not in a bad way. He's not that tall, so there's no way he's reaching the other side of the post that quick. And even most of even that goal for Diaz, I know it was a quick fire shot, but it was at his near post.
game. Simple.
That's another one which you should have stopped. Because most of, even as I was talking with my father, we were just saying I think all of the Liverpool goals were a downfall of Man U's play. Because it's not like we made our goals.
That was Ten Hag's plan.
Yeah.
And that was Slot's plan though.
It could have been his
So
plan, but also at the same time, not really. Because if you look, there's supposed by chance that he missed. Okay, he just wanted a clip. But if you look at the play from the back till the front, till the time supposed like would have scored, it was our whole play. So if we had continued like that, I think we would have gotten our own goals. But also how clinical we were in front of goal just shows, in my opinion, it just shows a bit of difference between Slot and Klopp. Because in Klopp's era, I could say we used to finish a lot, but I can't say we were that clinical. Especially someone like Diaz, if I can remember last season against City, he had a huge chance.
Diaz, so you did watch the game versus Ipswich. That guy should have scored like two goals. Diaz. It was not an Nani scored. Salah. Your first league game.
Ipswich.
Diaz really missed a lot of chances, but at least now he's improving.
He's improving for sure, man. I didn't know FPL that too bad.
But I feel like honestly, Ten Hag as a manager, not even on the pitch, even outside the pitch, even off the pitch, the environment. Because if you've just been beaten 3-0 by your biggest rivals. You're going on a press conference and you're bragging about how
you have to defend the players.
But there's a way you can defend.
There's a way you can defend,
even
but
if you're defending, but I have some.
But subjective,
objectively, look. Ten Hag came to an interview. He's being told what's happening with your players. Your players are not playing the way you want. You've been here for 3 years, the same problems. Then he's flexing about how he's won the most trophies.
How by the end of the season at UH we find we have a cup.
But you guys have been the second best team after City, apparently.
But the
objectively,
but the thing is, Man United. If we're talking objectively, this is Man United. Apparently the biggest club in England. You guys are being like your manager is being satisfied by being number 2 in terms of trophies.
That's true.
And then
it shows where we are as a club. We can't go to her.
On Sky Sports, I don't know if you guys watch post match. Arnold was invited on Sky Sports. He analyzed the opponent game. He broke down how he used Dalo and Mazraoui pushing front. He used Salah pressing again. He analyzed the whole game in 2 minutes. And for Ten Hag to go in an interview, he's complaining. He's saying how he's not Harry Potter. He can't fix the club. These are his players. These are his signings.
Clueless guy, man.
You have guys like ONANA that are going on press conferences saying he's taking risks.
But like
penalty shootouts.
Is it the manager who's the problem? Because if Man United continually with bringing new managers, but nothing seems to really change. So I don't really the manager.
Sometimes,
or it's just the club itself is just.
I mean, you can't really say it's the club.
Let me answer that question. For a club to be successful, you have to be. It's come out of your body. It has to be. Everything has to function perfectly, like from the top to bottom. Okay. In terms of money, we've seen Chelsea has money, have been spending, but how have they been performing? City has money, yes, money has money, but your structures are working. Is Chelsea structure working that well? Is the United structure working that well? No, but City structure is working. Okay. So you need you need money for sure. You need money.
Of which you guys have?
Of which we have. You have. You need proper structure. Do you have proper structure? That's the upper. From top to bottom.
A new one has come, so maybe you can.
I think from now.
New owner.
Yeah. Because I don't think the new owners would have given to that time if he had lost that FA Cup final in Zania.
But the question is, Ten Hag stay because many people felt that Ten Hag remained as manager because there was no options, nobody.
But also, you tend to forget that in his first season he actually finished third. It was last season, we could say we had injuries, lots of injuries. We had lots of injuries. We played like six. We played Johnny Evans and Maguire. We played like a whole season with no left back. This time Amrabat was playing left back. As in, there were so many injuries. That's it could be made. I think if the one injury could be made, but we would have been still developing.
But do you think sometimes it's also you guys who put yourself into such a problem? Because still now, you guys.
But wait, I'm not. I said I'm Ten Hag. I think he's constantly making bad decisions. Like.
If I was to put
like you're playing Rashford for 90 minutes, you just play Garnacho and Ahmad. You just see the difference when Ahmad came, taking on players.
There's something that
he changed the game. He came on and he had the most touches out of every United player.
I think it started from, is it the end of last season? I don't know, when Rashford started getting criticism about his performances.
But from a manager's point of view, he's trying to back it because remember the season before he had like 30 goals.
I remember also he didn't pick up early. That season that he ended up with 30 goals, he sprang out mostly from January. True. That's when now that celebration of his like this, it was perfect. Everyone used to do it. Used to be the most talked guy. But now it's reached a point that.
But he's scoring at least every month. Say he's gonna drought.
Right now, as a manager, he knows how to make a goal.
That's been 2 years ago.
He needs to be put on the bench so that he knows how to come back. It's like another thing that I saw where they were saying Klopp was more. I mean, Slot is more stricter than Klopp in terms of Klopp would always start Jota. I mean, Nunez. Even when we had Jota to try to give Nunez a chance.
But Jota was scoring.
But Jota was still scoring.
But every manager has different personnel.
No, I think both of them are like the same.
You need to be strict.
Because look at Slot. Nunez hasn't seen any game time.
Daniel Fukuza Sancho, Sancho was keep touch.
And you saw how he performed.
But if you look at how he was kicked out, you see that was something disciplinary, but that was something.
But
he felt attacked.
People are so ungrateful about Sancho. If you clearly see, remember there was a time, Sancho was out for 4 months. Belgium Mountains just because of his mental health.
That was 10.
No, it was 10 Hag.
But that was 10
It was 10 Hag. See, he was helping him. That's when he was trying to help
10 Hag
him.
was at the press conference saying Sancho isn't training well.
That's his opinion. That's the coach. That's the coach.
Player,
But when Poch said Madueke is not training well. Oh,
who?
Madueke. There's a time Madueke came back and look at now. There's a time I think Pep called Calvin Phillips fat.
But it was true.
Because Sancho,
it's good to give
Sancho is a flop.
But
Then James actually did more for United
the
than
thing is,
Sancho.
you can't come with this players. You can tell my player, he's doing bad in training. Then he's Rashford. He's playing 90 minutes, week in, week out. He's not doing anything.
But he's not
Then
picking out statements.
Sancho comes out with a statement. Sterling the other day came out with a statement saying
But he was.
the Chelsea got a.
Yeah.
Where is he right now?
He's in Arsenal.
He's
moved.
Cool.
Same thing to Sancho.
Same
Sancho
thing.
talked like that. Why did he go Dortmund? He did well.
He did not do it. He
I
did
did
okay.
well.
He did okay.
Not well.
He did okay.
How many times did you watch any? Tell me how many matches
Can't
you watched.
compare with the
He was one of the matches.
Even Champions League against
It was
PSG.
once. It was once.
Against PSG.
Against PSG.
Okay. What did he do for finally? He even had like 0 touches, man.
It's like me now saying what did Man U do in the whole of this first part of the season.
So
Nothing.
we won our first game.
Against.
We were top of the league for like 24 hours.
2024.
That's our 12 hours. Top of the table. You mean they're top of the table.
But you see, you can see the trend with players who are criticized. They come out, they do their best.
They don't do that.
I'm sorry to make
Going
you
from
say
Chelsea
That was Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips
It's
is
good.
that's because of the quality. His
And
quality.
this is just a genuine question. I don't want to attack you, but I want you to answer me this. It's just a genuine question I have. I've even asked my friends. Do you think Bruno is really a right captain to lead Man United?
Yeah.
No,
Considering his emotionality.
no.
I don't think.
I think he
Bruno plays with too much emotions.
Have you seen
And whenever he plays with his emotions, he doesn't really know how to lead a
If
team.
he was at Liverpool like I saw, but because ni Manu lazima.
No!
I mean, feel
Under the
should be our
scrutiny,
captain.
under the
Should be our
scrutiny,
captain.
under the
Should be our
scrutiny.
captain. Should be our
Who should be
captain.
that?
Right now.
Should be our captain.
I take Maguire.
Your performance also has to match
Martinez.
Martinez is an injury.
No, but you
What's
have to
the-
accept.
what's to be-
You have to accept that Bruno needs to.
Maybe
work
Bruno is
hard.
a-
He plays with too much emotion.
Sometimes,
See the
especially
7-8
towards
game.
the ref.
The game against Liverpool. The ball is going out. Trent is playing the ball out. He's trying to push Trent. He's trying to cause a fight. He's everywhere along the pitch. Like
Everyone has Hitler was a good leader.
Did he used to go against? Did he used to
But he was emotional. Ruto say yako sympathy, yako na he used sympathy.
I'll give you an example.
You see lazima ukue
I'll give you an
na
example. Perfect. Roy Keane. He was emotional, but he knew his job as a captain. He was
And you
emotional.
tell you as
Okay, but I would say Bruno is a bad captain.
He's not a bad captain, but
If-
I think Man United is a great leader.
He's a leader. I don't know which one say. For me, he's a leader.
If-
For Liverpool, even in Portugal, if
Look at this situation. Okay, look at the situation where
Portugal, they have
I mean,
this.
let's say I'm in Liverpool.
Bruno.
Let's say I'm a youngster. Let's say you're Conor Bradley. You've just entered the first. Who's your captain? Virgil van Dijk, leader. I'm in City. Entered the team. Who's the leader? Walker. You can see these big players. But let's say if I enter Man United, Walker is a leader. Walker is a leader. Okay, if it's not Walker, you can even say Ruben Diaz. He's a leader. You can see it in the pitch. You can see the presence.
See, we can't see Bruno in the pitch.
You're only seeing Bruno whining to the left. You don't see the brother
Right.
whining to the left.
When we don't have a kwenye ref side according to the rules. According to the rules, have a kwenye ref side. See, it's not
I've
the
said
captain.
whining. I've said whining.
When he talking, let's me express emotion. It shows
It
the love for the
There's a
game.
difference
It
between-
shows the love for the game.
Nah,
He just
there's a difference between whining.
Because you know United you have to fight. For City, you don't have to fight. You just you have
Even
to ball.
I think even so against
Money is a battle, bro. That's what
Okay,
you
let me
don't
ask
know
you,
get paid
you
as a
have-
player.
me, I
I think even for money as a player and as a fan, we are the same. We don't know what to expect today. We don't know what to expect.
And
That's
I think
You're
that's
the manager.
But I think
wait, have you said manager?
The manager, coach, kuna Van Nistelrooy, kuna the whole team huko.
I mean, he was just being brought right now, so I mean, it's not like.
But, okay, me,
but
Let's to finish that another point, but last season I gave it a skip, but this season, judging from what he's been doing from Brighton game,
The first 3 games.
First game was okay.
The first game was against
The first game,
We missed a lot of chances. We missed 2 1v1s, but you're lucky. We missed 2v1. Garnacho missed. Bruno missed. Mount, but you're lucky. Of course, it's my.
I feel like
the second game where we removed Bruno, except Bruno. Then what happened? Couldn't control the game
but
at
you
all.
can't say Bruno was the problem.
It wasn't the
from the
problem.
2 goals that was defensive.
It's true, defensive, but it was defensive. But if we could have controlled the game, it would have to be considered in that corner in the first place. If we could just control the game, because after Bruno, I thought it was just end to end. No chance.
I feel like that's how Man United.
But do you think also some of these things, as I said, do you think it's something that you guys have put yourselves in? Because if Bruno comes out, you guys don't have anyone else who can.
So why is that Bruno Bassi?
That's what I'm saying.
But you see,
You
can't expect him to play each game. I
But
remember
we
the time he
expect
played
Bruno.
75 games. But it's not like actually, it's like now saying Man City, if now they don't have Rodri, now they are never expected to win. But look at what Kovacic is doing right now. You guys don't have anyone who can come and sub off Bruno, who can say, I'll come and control the game.
It's like
That's
you
the
when you have
problem with
son.
Ten Hag. He can't. He finds a problem, but he can't solve it. Pep found a problem in we don't have a sub for Rodri. We lost the 3 games he wasn't playing. He found Kovacic can play 6.
Which season?
Till now,
This
I want you to
As
just-
soon as we were solving Shidazetu.
For 3
and also your left
3
back.
years, I
Nah, but
think.
let's
1
but
year.
let's talk about your
What
left
about
back.
for 3 years.
the first seasons we were okay. What are we? It's little Mazda number 3.
You did well.
Yeah.
And then now last season injuries came about.
Last season now.
Listen, injuries came about.
Yeah,
So you guys should have already seen. Like one major part I've seen. You guys have. I don't
So
remember.
I think
I don't remember the last time you guys have had
Bruno.
a stable left back till date. Till from the time Luke Shaw got injured last season, you guys Luke Shaw coming out, in out. How many people are playing in that left back position?
That's too many.
You guys have never bought as a left back who can play left back and just stay there.
Where is he?
The guy was literally MIA for so long. Guess where those guys
But it's not that even board's thing.
So in short, it's just a problem of the whole structure at United.
But
At the end of the day, it's just a
So
structure
like give Ten
from
Hag-
the head.
Give
From
Ten
the
Hag
head.
a few games.
I mean, just give him a few games.
Who? Ten Hag.
Until the next.
Because like now, last season they had complained, oh, these are not his
Yeah.
players, they're not his signings, we have injuries. But now I feel like those criticisms need to go his way. Because now those signings are his.
Yeah.
Those are his players. From Ajax,
Actually,
the
yeah,
league to
most
Man-
of them.
now these are his
Yeah.
players. The board's giving you everything you want. There's
Honestly,
no room
Mazraoui
for
is
mistakes.
actually playing really well. On the brighter side for Man U, Mazraoui
The
actually
whole
has
defense was
a
playing well,
pass
but
there.
we can't consider 9 shots, but lazima mtafungwa. As in, if your midfield is not stable, even if you put that City defense on my new side,
But
but
now-
mtafungwa.
That's
So
how-
now that's how we're
that's
talking about.
Tactically,
Yeah, tactically, yeah.
there's that in the first half.
Because they can have to improve.
Okay, yeah, but
Creating more
like,
We just
chances.
scored one. Okay, but we should have scored more.
The thing
Salah-
is,
Salah-
Tell you, yes,
that
exactly
time
what we scored.
mine and I think Bruno going ahead, and then both your field backs are going, and then leaving
That
Casemiro,
Yeah.
and then Liverpool are pressing with a 5 players. Salah supposed like
But you,
Diaz.
As Carragher said,
You know,
that boy just has to leave the football before the football has left him.
Real talk, man. Real talk.
Casemiro just needs to go to Saudi. I'm
But I
joking.
think now-
But let's see how he
you've got
bounces
Ugarte.
back.
Ugarte is coming.
Let's see how Casemiro bounces back after the international break.
I feel like right now if Ugarte.
And what's the world class players coming from and getting washed? What's the
Casemiro is pushing 40. Where's to
But he never himself said that like
Yeah.
this is not a place where
Yeah.
world class players are coming in to actually be better.
They're coming just that it's like they're just coming as
So,
a
Hollywood
retirement home.
FC.
Exactly.
You're just coming to get your wages because you know you're going to be paid a lot. You're going to be in a big club.
This is the Saudi of the Prem now. Because you know money is a lot.
Yeah, money is a lot. It's a good status.
But you still have more kiasi. Liverpool in the airport. Liverpool is kama Nakuru. Liverpool Nakuru ya UK.
Hey, that's still big.
Hadi still big despite 10 years of being
Yani
shit.
Nakuru bado inapiga Nairobi kila saa.
Last season mtuchapa. Ndio tulikuwa shit.
Okay, so that's facts. That's facts.
Last season mtuchapa.
But last season Liverpool also was shit. for a while.
Yeah, we were.
See, we were shit the whole season. And we shit
Towards the end, Liverpool.
That's why we just capitulated.
I think
it started from
but you're at least
Atalanta.
you won when it
Atalanta.
mattered.
No, it started.
It started from it was Atalanta we lost.
Everton was before.
Man U
after.
lost.
No, it started Everton. Everton against Everton on Sunday. Then Atalanta on Wednesday. Then Man U on the other weekend.
Yeah,
It started with United that FA Cup 4-3. From there,
everything just went down. But yeah, well, apart from that, I mean,
if you look at the other games,
but still
other games.
giving you
Chelsea.
until the next
How
international.
do you guys feel about Chelsea's?
Wait, you're gonna order.
Yeah, okay.
I think go to the Arsenal's game versus Brighton. I think the main talking point in the rest red card.
Also, one before you reach there, hats off to the Brighton manager. Because honestly, this guy is actually popping balls.
Bro is the same age as younger than Casemiro.
Imagine, as in, the guy is decided, I think he's younger than Milner.
Milner's been in the play for 12 years.
Hey, nah, but yeah, the guys, they're really playing. I think from Potter. From the time Potter instilled that thing where they always play from the back. I don't know if it's been something that's passed down every season.
Porter,
But each season they're becoming more and more bolder. Because if you look at how they play in the box, they're literally passing right in front of the keeper. With confidence.
That's what I said for you to be a proper club, you need a structure. So even if you remove Potter, remove the Zabi,
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So what does
When you take notes,
Brighton have a proper structure. Proper structure. Because we still
the scouting network.
scouting network. Because we don't have a director of football until he transfer window.
After Sir Eddie left.
But yeah, Brighton have played really well. I mean, from the games I've seen, they've been exciting to watch. It's actually quite lovely football.
I think they're going to be the dark horse or
Yeah, the dark horse.
Yeah, that's what we should call them.
I don't know who will finish above between them and Aston Villa.
I feel like Brighton will. Villa now have Champions League for us.
Okay. Aston Villa have more. But also Aston Villa have revitalized their team. I mean, if you've seen how ONANA has come in, ONANA has come in and changed it.
We signed the wrong ONANA.
Even Rogers.
Yeah, Rogers played well against Arsenal.
Yeah, Rogers actually like is an not underdog. What's the best word to use for him?
Underrated.
One to watch.
I think it's 20.
It should be 20.
Yeah,
It's not 20, at most 21.
That Arsenal game, if they swapped Martinelli and Rogers,
Yeah.
Different game.
Arsenal that would have just been like an easy clean sweep.
What happened to Martinelli, baby?
they're Rashford. At least Rashford got 26.
This guy's pushing
When you were
the
how old is Martinelli?
He like 29.
Martinelli is younger than Rashford.
He's younger than Rashford.
Yeah, 24. I think. 23. So
I thought he was good.
Yeah, but now I think Trossard needs to start.
Yeah.
So even now that Sterling
Well, I think that's Sterling has come out to give him competition. But I think Trossard is the type of player you just put him in when the game's almost ending.
Yeah,
he's a
true.
super sub. Someone like Alvio who used to play last season.
look,
Just subbing him in.
Of course, I normally feel bad for such a player because someone like Trossard, if you actually watch him play like well, they're actually players who actually have a lot of class. They boost confidence as they play.
But I
But
feel like
sadly, if they play the whole time,
that's the journey of
it's
being now the first team.
because not even that. Because if you look at it in terms of when he was at Brighton, the guy literally him and McAllister, they were like the main guys you always look at. Everyone always want to see what Trossard is playing. Yeah,
I see.
the same two players wanna say. See the same Casemiro.
But even Casemiro at the time is
when he came, he
But
actually
it was not
helped
the right
guys.
signing.
It wasn't the right one, but
30 years, we say.
of course,
70 million.
30 years.
if you look at for like the
70
price,
million.
the price and what
The price
if you look at
and
the
age.
price and age, it's not good. But the timing he
Because
gave
that was
vital.
it was vital,
It
but
was a panic buy.
Yeah.
It was not.
I feel like that was a buy like the way we bought Gundo. Just to come in to cover.
Gundo, I think
up
it was Gundo, it was free, so I think you guys were just like
No, but we did need an extra midfielder.
Yeah,
Because we don't have a backup for Rodri. So we had needed. I think that was a perfect transfer for both of us. We had needed someone to back up Rodri for some time.
But anyway, just to go back on Arsenal, I feel all they need to do this season is just to keep their calm, make sure they avoid unnecessary injuries, and I feel they can push us. But I feel this is Arteta's most pivotal season because
he has to win.
he has to win at least.
Right now,
I don't say he has to do that.
But I don't feel like those signings were enough, bro. I think Carragher was saying on Sky Sports, if you buy players like Merino, Calafiori, Sterling, are those really signings that bring you that added advantage to City?
Yeah, exactly.
To some extent, you could look at it like that, but also look at it in terms of they're not there to necessarily be starting 11, but they're there to now be in the squad rotation. Because I'm sorry to go back to Liverpool. One thing I really love about what Slot is doing now, he doesn't really care about emotions as much. Because if you look, Trent always is subbed off, and Trent is always pissed. Yeah, but he'll still be subbed off. If you look at what he does, he really manages players well. Because he subbed off Trent, he subbed off Robertson, subbed off Diaz and Jota. When it was Klopp, we never used to sub off. And if we used to sub off, it's maybe one. And he's always compact to the same midfield because that's what he likes and that's what he thinks will continue to run the game till the end.
Yeah, true.
So I believe how Arteta's brought in these guys, it's not that he wants them to start. If they end up starting and they're good, well, they're good. But I think they've just been brought in terms of, in an event like the way now City would say, you guys needed a CDM if Rodri isn't there. So now these guys look at Mikel Merino in terms of, if Odegaard, God forbid, gets injured, who else can now step up? Because you need someone else to step up. Because if you say one player gets injured and your whole season capitulates, then it just shows you something, either as a manager or as a club in whole, there's something wrong going on. Yeah.
I mean, it's no opinion for Arsenal. They're just trophyless. Because these years it will be because I feel this year's margin will be goal difference.
I don't think it will be goal difference. I think it's going to be really tight. Or if it's not tight.
I want every equal more painful.
Nah, you know what should happen?
I don't think
because I miss the
bad seat being two ways. It's either a really close race or Arsenal just capitulate at a point. As in, it now just becomes like, sorry to say, they fall over.
This is a mean
like it can just end up being the fall.
This season in last year 2 points.
Because these guys, remember, they don't just have a right wing who you can say is a right wing. It's for Saka. Because if Saka gets like a huge injury,
I think Sterling can play both wings.
Sterling can play both wings.
Because he used to play both wings at City.
you would have to wait and see how Sterling also performs at Arsenal. Because at Chelsea he was on and off. You play one game.
But when everything is right in a team, I think
you can just
I don't think it will be that close though.
Thinks it will run away.
City will run away.
I don't think.
Right now we look so.
I think you guys will run away. You guys look like you can run away with it in terms of goal difference.
Nah,
in terms of goals, you guys will score. Yeah,
because
but in terms of like,
if you've seen past seasons, we lose one of the first 3 games, definitely.
But it's true.
The first few seasons.
And the first half is usually.
But if you lose,
but you like the
first few seasons, I think
good proper team.
We found Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's a game we lost last season.
Exactly.
That's a game we drew last season. But I feel like.
Did you guys do twice?
Yeah, we drew twice.
twice.
Because like, Haaland is looking so hungry.
Hey, yeah, he's looking.
Rico is benching Walker right now.
And mind you,
Rodri
hasn't come back yet.
Now I feel like
Pep is relaxing them. If you know what Pep is doing, Pep for Foden, Rodri and Rico.
If you look at what Pep said in a recent interview, he was asked about Walker, why is he on the bench? Pep said Rico can do things Walker can't do, and Walker can do things Rico can't do. I feel like Pep right now he's trying to test something. If you saw the Chelsea game, Rico was finding himself in number 10 positions.
Yeah, he was literally playing like a fool to some extent.
Walker can't do that. I feel like tactically, Rico is the guy. Pep said, okay, you're now the guy who I can reinvent what he's doing this season. Because obviously every season, the last season he was doing it with Gvardiol. He also did it with Alvarez where he was playing him as a number 10. Gvardiol was playing virtually like a left wing. Right now, I think with how last season went, I feel like a lot of goals we were leaking because we were building in from the midfield and we sometimes found ourselves in a 2-back because both our fullbacks are going ahead.
Yeah. So
right now he's using Rico, then he's leaving Gvardiol, and he should have scored against Ipswich that game where he hit the bar. Chelsea he had mad chances where he was doing 1-2s with his winger and he looks so good. The back line, we have Ake, Diaz. Gundo is back. Kovacic can now play 6. De Bruyne, Foden hasn't even come back. I just feel like City is so dangerous right now.
Do you think this whole thing is gonna change once Stones comes back to the team? Because remember, Stones was the one who is, in my opinion, the best at City in doing what Rico is doing, in playing the inverted CDM role. Because if he comes back, that means Walker has to come back. Because you can't have 2 of them going.
Yeah, obviously you can't have.
And when that happens, Rico has to go to the bench because you need the 3 centre backs at the back for one to step up.
No, that's a decision now. You just have to wait and see what Pep does. Because Pep, he can try anything he wants at any time, and you wouldn't know what's. Because I don't think we've had a constant back line the past few seasons. Because he's been playing with 4 centre backs. He's been playing Stones, Vardy, Diaz, Aki. And he always puts a Kanji one day he puts Stones. Even a Kanji sometimes can step up into that CDM role.
And you guys also forget about Savinho, man.
Savinho.
Come
on. Oscar Bob was also injured a few weeks ago.
Okay, Oscar Bob was one was
really excited.
Yeah.
So I think City are really good.
But in all honesty, I also have a feeling that you might run away with it. If Arsenal and Liverpool slack chaos in these first 2 games, I mean, it's done. Game done over. Already right now.
What even that?
You can give Alan the
Golden Boot's done.
Golden Boot.
That's about the injury. ACL. I'm not wishing him that.
You see, you can say that. Okay.
I can say more people are coming.
I don't say. But if you guys have, I'm sorry to bring the Champions League into this conversation, but if you looked last season, if I'm not wrong, they already won 29 games of Champions League, and this season they've been increased by nearly 6. It's gone up till 169.
So two extra games.
Yeah, you have 2 extra games. So now if you have to put City into context, if Haaland is playing nearly everything, Haaland has Premier League, Champions League, Carabao, FA, international duty.
No, but I think with how
international duty.
Can you right now as well? Oh, can you know I don't play Anaka? I just Marino at least.
With the new format, have you seen the team City are playing, bro? Like, I don't think these are teams.
Yeah, but
I think the only tough games we have Inter and Juve.
But remember, it's only top 8.
It's only top 8.
They are automatic.
The other guys now have to play.
I feel like Haaland can be benched for a few games.
I don't think he'll play.
Let's say after like 5 games, you beat them all. And like we have 3 games left, obviously Pep will bench him.
I have a feeling like Pep.
Because even last season in the Champions League, if Pep sees you're already qualified, he'll start youngsters.
But I think this season is different.
This season, I don't think you just be like.
Maybe not the Premier League, maybe the Champions League and all.
Because let's say you're playing away. I'm not seeing your fixtures because we wrote, but let's say you're playing. What is it?
I think they play Inter, Juve, Sporting, Dynamo.
Let's say a team like Sporting away. That's not an easy fixture. On paper it looks an easy fixture.
But it's an easy fixture though. It's City, bro.
Of course, you see,
it's Champions League. So the team is like
away. We went to Sporting, we beat them 5-0.
You know it's good. That time it was good, but the only difference between last season, okay, the format and this one, this game it's only 1. Before at least you can even say return leg will just hammer them 8-0 and continue their life. Right now, if you guys just make one mistake, they score 1-0. Pack the bus. 10 people. As in, you're going home. Imagine going home with your loss, knowing that it's just because of one silly mistake from you.
Let's say FA Cup final. They do what we did last week because of the whole game.
Let me ask you.
But in office, Haaland had a miss. Haaland who goes big games,
So Man United is not a big game anymore.
FA Cup, what did he do in the FA Cup?
But it's not
and the Community Shield.
So against Man U, it's not a big game anymore. He scored a hat-trick.
Which year?
He assisted.
Which year?
The last 3 games like in the Prem, he scored and assisted. Right now,
in the FA Cup,
he's always overtaken anyone.
He's it's okay, but in big he has 0 goals in final.
Also, in a way, I feel the teams also they prepare to mark him and
every team
contain
every team.
I don't think I should really use that as an excuse because even against
West Ham.
No, let's look at it like this. Every team, whenever you have someone prolific who's good at scoring, you always want to hold him. It's like whenever Liverpool are going to Old Trafford, everyone always wants to say Salah. Salah, if he gets the ball, get it from him. What does Salah still do? He'll still score.
Score and assist.
But that's the
He'll score and assist. Same thing.
but-
Haaland.
You're comparing Salah and Haaland. Those are different
Okay,
positions.
but okay.
Haaland is a pure 9.
Okay, if we use the pure 9,
Yeah,
let me look at it in terms of two
Haaland I can
games.
accept. He's not the best football player.
He's a pure goal scorer.
But he's a pure goal scorer. He's the best.
Proper
Yeah.
striker.
Best. The thing is, if you can't get service to him, he can't do
You can't do
anything.
anything much.
If you see the games against
Yes, but it
Saliba.
doesn't matter it
No,
to
if
be
you
famous,
see-
it will be good status, Ronaldo status.
you can't.
Mbappe status.
Nah, you can't.
Mbappe status.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and also,
Nah.
you know, also same what Ruto said. If he doesn't get the service, he really can't do much.
Because
And
Ronaldo,
also,
Ronaldo every time
You can't start telling Haaland go start doing
Drop
step
back
against Real Madrid.
but Drogba was Mr. Finals.
that was. I
Okay,
mean,
I can get what you guys are trying to say at you. He can't do everything, but also you see, when now you bring in like the big game factor, the big game into quotes, how you'd say Haaland ghosts. All other teams also try to stop Haaland. It's just that Haaland in that game is now not given service. So that's like saying, if these other teams now try to, if they can figure out a way for Haaland to not get service, Haaland is just going to become a nothing. That's what you're
It's
trying
not
to say.
nothing, but tactically it's not nothing.
Tactically,
Look at the game.
because of what he can do, because of what he can do,
he can
yes.
open up space for other players.
exactly.
So how is that ghosting? If he has the ability,
Not good.
look at the game against Real Madrid where we beat them 4-0. Alaba and Rudiger were basically on him. That opened up space for Bernardo.
Also look at the games for the 3-3 where you guys drew at their place. I don't think Haaland did anything significant.
Because Rudiger
Super
was
being sniffed.
on him 24. If you have an elite defender like Rudiger on you 24/7,
Really hard.
you can't do anything, bro. But that's what Pep wants to. He wants Rudiger to be there so that Bernardo or someone like Mahrez can open up space on the other wing. Or like Foden can run in behind when Haaland is being marked. That's what Pep wants.
He's a good goal scorer. Okay, thanks.
And a good player.
Yeah, good player. Not the greatest.
I mean, he's still a top scorer.
That's gonna be one of the
He's going to break it.
He's gonna break many records.
Many records.
I think if you see even Sky Sports,
But
his chart is on top of Shearer's.
8 hat-tricks in 16 games. Took Rio was like 200 and keep. Ashafikia King.
Yes, it's mad.
Yeah, but
He's doing bits.
yeah, he's doing like actually he's a cheater, man. He's
Like I've said bits. I haven't said that he's doing bits. He's just doing some like
But then you come and you're scared.
Back to back, I think is bits. Yeah.
some light. I mean,
But-
just another day in the office.
Yeah, what is
I don't think he would be a flop.
Who?
He's saying Haaland would be a flop if he went to
Okay. You see what how I look at it? How I look at
He's
it?
putting this number.
No, sorry, you wouldn't have been a flop.
Salzburg,
Sorry,
Dortmund.
Why I'm saying he wouldn't be a flop is because if he came to Man U, he would have adopted another different type of play. Because if you look, you didn't be the guy he's now. You don't know one golden boot, but you'd still be a really good player. You'd be a good player, but you'd have, I don't think
he would have.
No, I think he would have.
Haaland, if you look at what City, how you guys have changed Haaland, you guys have made Haaland a new person. The only difference is Haaland can still score. If you look at Dortmund, he was a bit more exciting to watch in terms of Haaland would be able to get the ball from the halfway line, run by himself and shoot. But when you come to City, in City, honestly, you know what? If you, even let's go back to the West Ham game. A game I know you watched. Look at his goals. One was inside the box, top corner. The other one was a through ball, chipped it over the keeper. How did he score the first one?
The first one was a through ball.
Again. There's
But
no.
the second one, look at the second one.
The second one was inside the box and he finished
It was
it.
the edge of the box. It was the edge.
You
I remember saying that
it
was
wasn't
edge of the box.
completely edge.
But like still,
As in, you can say edge of the box, yeah, but look at some of the goals. I think if everyone has seen that video, everyone has seen that video. Haaland versus PSG, the one where he got the ball from midfield, ran and skyrocketed it.
okay,
So
I
it's
don't think he ran. It was a pass. It was a counter, top corner. But like he's done it a couple of times against Wolves.
Yeah, that's not the first time.
It was in Brighton last season, throwing, touches, turns, shots.
Okay.
He's done it a couple
In
of
terms
times.
of him goal scoring, he's good. Would I say it's exciting to see it? Not as much.
It is, bro.
What do you mean?
As in,
Look at the
As a
goals.
player,
Look
goals,
at the goal
this
against
goals.
Dortmund.
as in,
Remember-
goals are goals.
I'm saying look at the goal against Dortmund, bro. Tell me,
The goal against
any-
the one that he
don't-
jumped in it like that.
tell me anyone else in world football right now who's doing what he can do.
That's some Zlatan's shit.
No one's doing that. Mbappe is not flying over.
Yeah, because Mbappe, you know what he'll do? He'll get the ball from defense, run and do for everyone, step over and score.
Yeah, true, but what has he done this season though?
Bro, that's too good.
Yeah, Haaland has 2 hat-tricks. That's a difference. He has 2 goals, Haaland has 2 hat-tricks.
Fair.
For now, Haaland, Mbappe.
This
For
season,
now, bro. This season.
bless. You know the second
Because I'm gonna bring you after Champions League. After Champions League ball, I'm gonna bring you guys right here and tell you.
I'm sure we're going to meet in Real too, Kobel.
Me, I feel like I want a Real City.
I mean, finally.
I want a Real City final.
Imagine, okay,
I feel like my opinion on that, if you've seen past years with how games have gone, you've seen the best teams have found each other in the final. Like United, Chelsea, a couple of years. It was Juventus, Real, where Juventus were the best team in the Champions League with their Banga Mandzukic 2 years. I feel like for a few years running in, back in the day, you were seeing the best teams were meeting in the final. But I feel like past few years, we've been saying, City's winning the Champions League final, Real are winning it. Yeah. I feel like the only
Chelsea got the best.
That was an underdog story that Chelsea beat that season. But like, I feel like if we get a Real City,
Liverpool. Don't tell me. I don't know why, but I tend to find it would be better if such a team would be meeting like semi-final. Because personally, I find it more captivating to watch two legs of the same team. Like especially like that season, Man City and Real last season and the season
before. 3 seasons before.
As in watching those games early on. Of course, it won't be in the final.
I mean,
but watching such a game,
but the stakes are more.
Because you see, the stakes are so much high because you're both big teams. If one of you fall, it's something that everyone is going to talk about. So the stakes there, I think it's, of course, in my opinion, it's a bit nearly to the same as the final stakes.
I feel like the final is higher.
Of course, the final is higher because it's a cup at the end of it. But also, imagine you coming out in like round of 16 because you faced Real Madrid. I mean, it's something hurting for a club. No, like I'm saying, if they had to like meet.
See, it depends where Real will finish.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm not saying on this season. I'm not saying like.
No, but I don't think they will because it's top 8. So top 8 is in one pot.
Yeah, so I don't think it will.
So, but
Real magically go number 9 or below 8, maybe then you can say that.
But I mean, what's kind of mind up number? The one I think.
You can say that, but with this new format, I feel like we're gonna get better teams at the knockout stages because teams are competing with various group, so
and get more exciting games.
So exciting,
The only problem is it's small games now.
If you come at Carabao Cup, maybe you don't feel like Carabao is necessary for you.
To be honest, I've never understood this argument for the players are playing too much. I've never understood.
You don't tell me I understand. You know why I understand? Because look at it like this. Look at it like this. Like how he said. Imagine Man City, you guys have a game on Sunday. The last game. You have a game on Sunday. You have another game on Tuesday.
You have to
play Monday.
Okay, let's say Sunday. You play on Wednesday.
See, but it's like that. That's how it is.
Now, that's how it is right now.
Put on it right now. I saw it yesterday.
We're
playing Arsenal on Sunday. We're playing Watford on Tuesday.
But even though if you put it on Wednesday, look at it like this.
Especially
like now, let's bring in the factor December period, holiday period, when it's too many. See how?
Keep in mind these players have world class, facilities, for recovery and all.
No, but the thing is, look at someone like Pedri. Pedri's injury prone every other week. Why? Because the other. I didn't think that season he was playing.
That season he played why? Oh, that's too many games.
His body hasn't fully developed.
He was playing.
It hasn't developed. It's like saying if Mindo gets injured, you will now say.
But Mindo hasn't developed. He was susceptible to injury.
No, but like, see, he was one that year he played La Liga all games. Then he went to the Euros. He went to the Olympics.
African final.
That was mad.
Now you see the effect he's getting injured.
That's mad. But now, but this other, but for I don't feel
okay, you know why I'm saying that? You know why I'm saying it's many games. Think of it like this. If it was a many games, why do you need a squad? So you just need your 11 players then. Why you don't need to.
But you have a bench, okay, yes. Okay,
yeah, you don't need a small bench. You need a bench of like 5
players. If you have a bench and a reserve, like why you can the first team can recover.
That's the thing. The difference in quality, you know, with City, you can have Rodri in, Kovacic out, Savio in, Oscar Bob out.
Nowadays, I'm not in for
out.
squeezing his squad.
No, like now, if someone like if Fernandes is out, I don't know who can fill in for 10. Mount, Eriksen, those are the players you can have.
I'm sorry, why are we even forgetting one of our really big name? If Haaland is injured, who's now coming to replace the nigga?
Nah, we're playing for 9.
City can adopt.
Pep can adopt anything you want. Yeah, that's what he said in an interview the other day. He said you.
And I think, I feel something was going to happen. Just
Nini? You see?
Haaland getting injured like 2 months out.
I don't think he will. He looks so much healthy. He even said he's.
Of course, he looks
Look
healthy.
at
Of course, you see he's healthy because remember Euros the whole
Yeah, he's
time.
playing Euros.
Of course, he was
He's got
National rep Jamal.
It's not pissed, but like it gave his body a good rest.
Exactly.
Parts of last season you could see he was playing. He's tired.
Enough of
He's
Haaland.
getting subbed off. He's tired.
It's the top of the town, man.
Man.
It's the talk of your lips, man. Out of the town behind hapa ni
Okay.
tunaongea kuhusu
You go to Chelsea, you had a question about Chelsea.
Chelsea. Do you think they are okay? Do you think since Abramovich left, do you think that was even the right decision? We just started
Blame
from
Russia.
there.
You can't blame Abramovich.
That was out of his control.
Yeah, it was our.
No, like since he
I just blame Putin.
like okay.
What I can say
It's
is
political.
What
It's
they
gonna be cancelled, bro.
Why did they remove
They should have
They
Porsche?
should never remove Porsche, bro.
That's what I feel.
Also, the problem is it feels like Chelsea are being run by the board and not by themselves. In terms of bowling,
Things are controlled.
Yeah.
Manager.
the manager, the only thing that can control is the players and everything is given. He doesn't. He can't say, I want this guy, I want this
Bro,
guy.
they say
Mudrik came. All I'm seeing nowadays is he
But
just
I think
posting
that's across board.
Yeah.
These days that's across board. Like these days managers have a lesser say as compared to.
Do you think Pep are going to press?
Even because even some music was talking about.
I know Arteta has a lot to say for your side.
I've seen it.
Yeah, because these days managers have a bigger say.
They're saying that as big
Let's
as
say
before.
Chelsea.
But look at it in Chelsea.
Chelsea have been
In Chelsea, it feels like as in you have no control over anything. As in you the only thing you
It's in
have
Chelsea,
is
though. It's in Chelsea only because
yeah,
mostly even
as in
City.
heavily
Pep,
implemented.
if he wants a player, he get him. And if he doesn't want the board, like let's say that a few seasons before, they wanted to loan out Foden. Pep in an interview came with no Foden. This season, Bob, McCarthy, a lot of players were to be loaned out. Pep said, no, we need those players in our team. But Chelsea, I think even with players, I think Carragher, even in Sky Sports the other day, he was saying, I think players are just saying, when they get the offer from Chelsea, they want that big money move, 7, 8 years, because I'm earning bags. And it's not much of a big thing because the squad is so big.
Yeah.
Even if I don't perform,
You know you just get.
but I'm getting that money instead of playing good football. If you're not saying I'm going to Chelsea to make a big statement about myself.
Chelsea will go United 2.0.
Because like bro, if you saw the squad list, it's 50 players.
But like this in 25 months squad.
Yeah, but
Like it's even become so serious to the point that I've seen recently.
Like in a bro, it was like in a inside.
Lavia Palma and one other person, they're not in Conference League.
I think it was Jackson.
They've all been dropped out from Champions League. So I mean, it just shows you a lot about how
It was Lavia, Palmana.
Even the other day, bro, I was watching but against us, I don't know, there was some girls in something.
Some
I didn't even know who it was. I didn't even know it
as in
was.
nowadays it's like you're actually finding new people.
New people
from
every
Chelsea.
game.
Instead of like
Even
even
Tell saying,
honestly, if you're a Chelsea fan, I don't know how you'd be like really happy to see
you are Turkey, I don't really understand it. You're Veto, Felix.
like they're
Sancho.
they're both good players, but they're
Madueke.
in
This club
advance.
Madueke.
Look at it in terms
Who's
of
gonna play?
remember before even the season
mean,
ended, they had never thought about buying him. Their main focus of interest was to buy Osimhen. Leave alone all of these other guys. They wanted a striker. Out of nowhere, Osimhen has been left. They've got more than they've got like 5 wingers in one transfer window. 5.
They only have, I think, Jackson as striker.
Oh, they only have Jackson, who I don't
As in 3 transfer windows, you haven't signed a striker. Jackson is okay, but
Jackson is not even okay. He's whack, bro. Jackson is not.
like you can say
objectively,
you can say you can say he's
not bad, baby.
He's not bad. Like he's doing his
But-
part, but
Yo,
at the
okay,
same time,
Not that
Yeah.
bad.
And he reached double digits.
he's doing alright. But at the same
But
time,
that,
for the
the
level
ones that
Chelsea
you ever in Premier League missed, but
Okay, yeah. That the worst hat trick.
That's the worst, bro.
Like there's no way you can literally tell me that you have about such.
But there was one for Firmino. He scored 3 tackles though.
But here Jackson,
That's what he said. And you look at
He was just thrown goal.
As in this one, literally they had a red card. The guy had so many chances to score, still missing. As in it was even painful to watch.
And then, it was just long goal to Stanley, cut back.
And then did Tottenham have 1 or 2 red cards? Look, as in
they're trying to play a highlight.
The whole back
These guys are crazy.
I think they could have just in a striker they could.
right now I think they should have focused on 1 striker.
I think it's
2 also a defender. Because I can't really look and say there's a middle centre back that can.
But they have so many.
That can.
They have
many.
Chukwemeka is deep.
Chukwemeka
is mid. Oh, and then I'm talking about this guy.
Tosin, from Fulham.
Oh, the Tosin.
Fofana.
But see, you can't really say you can't say you have one which has a presence to be the defense to be solid. Because if you look at every big team, look at every big team. Man City, they have someone like Diaz who can control the whole defense. Liverpool, Van Dijk. You guys, I would say for now Martinez, but I think they linked better than taking.
I think Chelsea for now is
Chelsea. There's no one who you can say actually. There's some guy who will be like the whole defense. Let's all push. The all of them just look like they've just been put on to play.
It's one of the defenders to step up now.
But now you see, at the same time, it looks like in Chelsea, since there's so much competition, I feel like it's gonna be if one steps up, another will not step up, another will step up. The whole defense now to step up. So now everyone is now just gonna want to be their own leader. So at the end of the day, it's the coach who needs to come and set down a foundation.
The keepers have been
It's James.
Look, when the last time you said on
like 4 games.
He's still on suspension.
Imagine, and he's injured.
That's suspended.
He has last season, he's still being brought still here. And now, and yet he's injured. So maybe the next time you're seeing him is what, November?
And that's your captain.
The vice captain, Chilwell has been told he's not part of the plan.
I see now this not any Enzo.
I mean, he's
Enzo, bro.
I mean, if you look at that team, there's no one who you can say is.
Palmer is not a leader.
Palmer, you see, Palmer, even if he's pushed, he's just gonna be those guys for achieving being scored. Come on, guys.
So before between Enzo and who's a leader? One is racist, the other mwingine.
Never bring it.
The one is racist. If it was Bruno amefanya hivyo or a mandated player alikuwa cooked for the whole season.
But ask yourself
like right
why
now,
Manu gets the most hate, because he gets talk the most. This
guy
wants
look at it.
No,
that's true.
They always seem like the champions.
No, look at it like this.
That's true.
Look at it like this. Look at it like this.
When you're big, you're big.
No, okay,
Big. When you're big, you're big.
Right now,
You're making yourself big, but you're not, bro.
You're big.
No, leave
Ten
it.
Hag is saying.
No, but in terms of you guys, look at it in terms of the hate. Then you're talking about hate.
Hated, ignored, but
You guys, me till today, one thing I think Manu, I know it's something that will across the whole league, but Manu could end up regretting the most is if Greenwood can never play for Manu. Because I think Greenwood was one of the guys who it's those naturally born guys. And you see, it's something I know it's across UK. You go through every club.
It's not like the fans pay off. The fans are part of the club.
Of course, the fans.
So you can't
The fans. But you see, at the end of the season, look at how Greenwood playing.
Imagine every stadium we're going to have to replace.
But yeah, even the women's team said no.
Yeah.
Huh? The women's team said we don't want Greenwood in the club.
I know who cancel catches as in very cancel catches.
But then why did you guys put a buyback clause then? If you guys will never play.
So you want to cut more as in.
But
Because think of it like this. The guy right now,
look at someone.
I think he has like what? He has 5 assists. 5 goals. 5 goals, I think 2 assists. And the season has just started.
In England, you tip.
What?
You tip a assault his girlfriend.
Okay, I've had it.
What about
those fake?
What about it?
It's really because na hiyo isema it's really
It's fake.
kuna picture kuna
Now you can even it's debatable about the pictures, but like the voice was you could hear it.
But Isaac, as in me what is the name
But the reports the Paul saying that was foul.
Trying to score.
I couldn't use that was
See, need the girlfriend that leak to the media and say this is what she's
this one
doing
again.
to me.
But I feel there's something you don't know about that story.
There's something that Either.
But at the, you remember ile time at the English camp where him and Foden were kicked off full something. It was not assault, but but very tabia kumsikia. So yeah,
very interesting.
So I think but this is being not
As a combo.
yeah. Mad. We've reached here, man. Like, share, subscribe, man.
Yeah, and the big
Follow us on socials. We will go as SquotaPodcast on all social media platforms: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah.
True.
Adios.
Muchachos.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
What's up?
Oh, but we have an announcement. So we'll be opening a channel on WhatsApp where we can give you guys updates on when we drop any new info, any new challenges, videos. So just stay tuned. We'll be sending the link through our Instagram channels and all. So yeah, thank you.
Wow. Sasa kama ingekuwa this debate would have gone.
Nikate tu, si ndio?
Yeah.
Maybe.